today we're going to be talking about what I believe is the best cold email strategy for 2025 and beyond. I'm saying and beyond because I don't think this is limited to just this year. At the time of the recording of this video, it is August 2025, but I think going into 2026, 27, and really this whole concept behind this strategy is kind of evergreen. You might be watching this in 2030 or 2050 when the aliens have taken over. So I don't know, but hopefully this cold email strategy will work beyond just then. So what I'm about to teach you is the exact cold email strategy that's booked us over 3,000 qualified sales meetings for us and our customers. And you can literally steal this whole thing word for word, step by step, A to Z, all the different buzzwords at once. So most people are getting destroyed by spam filters at this point, but right now we're sending over 500,000 emails per month, consistently booking meetings for our customers. And just to prove to you that we are, here's a bunch of screenshots. Again, I'm recording this August 2025. This is literally all stuff from just last week. I was just digging through our Slack channels with our account managers and pulling screenshots. So you can see here's one customer. We sent about 1,000 emails a day, got them 3 meetings, 3 interest replies, and all of them booked. We have another customer. We sent 50,000 emails last week. We got them 17 meetings and another 80 or so that they're going to continue to nurture, and they're probably going to book into more meetings. Here's another customer. This is a long message, but you can see here we sent 8,000 emails and got 21 meetings. Another customer, we're not booking meetings on their behalf. We sent 2,000 emails, got 12 interested replies, no meetings because we don't book it for them. Here's another customer, same situation. We're not booking their meetings. We sent 5,000 emails, got them 12 interested leads. This is all just last week, so I'd like to think that some of this stuff works. So if you're struggling with cold email and you want to get better results or your campaigns are getting ignored, please pay attention. I'm giving this all away for free. Hopefully you get some value out of this. So first, we're going to talk about the strategy and what everyone gets wrong. What most people do wrong is they just send an email and it's super generic. Hey, first name, I help companies like yours increase revenue. Do you want to get on a 15-minute call? Everyone's heard the same pitch. It's very generic. It's very bland. It's not specific. Everyone gets these emails. To be successful in 2025 and beyond, 2030 or 2050, whenever the aliens are taken over, you're still going to want to use a strategy more similar to what we're talking about. So the best strategy in my eyes is the first thing that you do is you look at your last 10 customers that bought without cold email. Now, this is assuming you haven't run cold email before, results with cold email, then you can ignore this and look at the last 10 people that bought with cold email. But if you haven't sent any cold emails, look at the last 10 people that bought without cold email. Then identify their exact patterns, their job titles, their company size, their pain points, what they mentioned on the sales calls, all these different data points. Then find 1,000 to 10,000 more people who match that exact criteria. So let's say you find 5 people that were doctors, find 1,000 to 10,000 more of those types of people who match those exact criteria. And if you have another section, you can do that as well. And then write emails that speak directly to those specific pain points that you discovered on your sales calls and repeat. And this is all you gotta do. You look at the people that have purchased from you, find more of those people, speak to their pain points, and rinse and repeat. Now, this sounds so simple, but almost no one I see does this. They'll just go to a new market. They'll be super generic. All you have to do is just replicate the buying process that's working under other channels and just do it through cold email. So as an example, if people purchase your service because of your niche expertise, let's say you have a crazy case study with chiropractors, then reach out to more chiropractors. If you realize that a lot of people buy because they just hired a new sales rep and that means that they're ready for your service, then you can scrape and target people who just hired a new sales rep. If people bought your service because they're rapidly growing and they can't keep up, then you can target people that raised funding, which shows that they're rapidly growing, or you can find people where their headcounts are growing at a quick pace, which you can scrape from LinkedIn using a tool like Clay, again, covered in other videos. So this data is scrapable using tools like Apollo and Clay and plenty of other data tools. They will change with time. These are my 2 favorite right now. You can check out the top videos on this channel where I talk about Apollo and Clay, and you can get all the kinds of info to learn more on how to actually scrape that data. But this is all you gotta do. You're not guessing anymore. You're targeting people that you already know will buy from you because they already have bought from you, and you know their value propositions that they care about, and you know the pain points they care about, and you have proof that you helped other people just like them because you have helped other people just like them because you're scraping people that are similar to people that purchase. After you scrape this people, you can use a template like this to send the emails themselves. So this is the 3-part email structure I use for a lot of my customers. Number 1, talk about the specific reason why you're reaching out. Number 2, give your value proposition with proof. Number 3, no-brainer CTA. It's that simple. So, hey, Matt, came across your YouTube, noticed you get 1,000 views per day. Would you be interested if we could 3x that? We helped another cold email YouTuber triple their views. As a result, got them this big result. Can I send you a video breakdown? This is an example targeted towards me, but it exemplifies all 3 of these points. You can see here to start, reason why we're reaching out. Came across my YouTube channel, found something insightful about it. Next, go on to the value prop. Here's someone we help that is just like you, get the result that you are looking for. And then no-brainer CTA, something simple that you can easily say yes to. This is not rocket science. It's very simple once you get it down. You just need these 3 parts. Catch their attention, tell them why they should care about you specifically. And whenever you go back to this strategy that we're talking about, you should have really strong case studies because you're reaching out to people just like them. If I go and I'm reaching out to doctors and I have another example of 10 doctors I helped, or you're going to chiropractors, you have more examples of chiropractors you helped, very helpful. This applies at all scales of things. If you're reaching out to a Fortune 500 company and you are reaching out to their director of marketing and you helped another enterprise-sized company who was a director of marketing use your solution, you can call that out in your email. And then no-brainer CTA, something very simple, something easy that they can say yes to that gets them to raise their hand so that you can follow up with. See what happened here? Specific numbers, relevant pain point, proof for someone who is exactly like me, and it's an easy yes. By the way, if you want someone to help you with this, to help you book 10 or more qualified sales calls a month with cold email, you can check the link below. Apply to work with me if you're doing more than $1 million in revenue per year. Otherwise, let's continue on. Section 3, follow-up sequence. After you get the people that you should be reaching out to and a script that is getting them interested, you want to follow up until they say yes. So most people overcomplicate their email sequence. Here's an easy follow-up process. And so this is something you can send in your cold email. So you send your email 1, you send your email 2, you send your email 3. Now, on top of this, if someone responds to this and says, yes, they're interested, there's another follow-up process where, again, you can use a very similar type of flow to this. So again, here's a simple flow. Email 1, pitch them. This is like an email I just showed you here. Number 2, did you check this out? Give some more info, give another case study. Then number 3, last attempt. This is more on the cold side. Now, if someone is following up or if someone raised their hand. So to reiterate, this 3-step sequence is more relevant for people that have not responded to your email. So I usually do like a 2 to 4 email long sequence for people that haven't responded to my emails. Now, if you have responded to one of my emails, then you want to follow up way more times because they raised their hand, they said they're interested. You want to follow up with those people into eternity. Now, for the people that are cold who maybe aren't interested in your service quite yet, you don't want to blast them with a bunch of emails because it's more effective usually to reach out to more new people instead of the same people over again. Hopefully that makes sense. Whenever you are sending these emails too, you also want to offer value first. I alluded to this earlier. Quick Loom video, free trial sample project, something insightful, even as simple as just saying, hey, can I send you more info? Something like this usually performs better than going straight for the call. And lastly, email infrastructure. To have successful cold email campaigns, you need a backbone of email infrastructure that doesn't land in spam and also can send high volume. In short, you're going to reach out to a bunch of people. Most of them aren't going to be interested. And to find the people that are interested consistently, you need to send a lot of emails. So you're going to want to set up multiple domains. These are different .coms you can send from. That way you can scale your outreach without landing in spam. You can send like 20 to 30 emails per day, sometimes more depending on the setup. Usually we send about 15 to 25 just to be safe. This is how we send 1,000 to 10,000 emails per day for our customers. We set up multiple domains. 25 is enough that you can send like 500 a day. I'm just, assuming a conservative case, but we have customers, we have hundreds of domains and email accounts that we send from. You're going to want to warm up your email accounts. This is just building the reputation off of a platform like Smart Leader instantly. We typically warm up with a 1-to-1 email ratio. Simple formatting, plain text, no fancy stuff in your emails. You just want it to be text only. This allows your emails to be more likely they land in the primary folder and not the spam folder. And then also leveraging things like spin tax. So spin tax randomizes your emails. This makes it so your emails can't easily be fingerprinted by one of the major providers when you're sending them at scale. On top of that, you're going to want to have high volume sending. If you don't send enough emails, you aren't going to get results, and diversify your providers or be up to date on what's working best. Providers such as Google and Microsoft can change in effectiveness depending on the time you're watching this video. So you're going to want to make sure that either you have multiple of them set up or you're keeping a close eye on which one is performing best right now, and make sure you validate your list. Now, I know I sped run through a lot of this, talk a lot about this on the channel, but at a high level, this is a strategy. In conclusion, target people based on the people who've already purchased. Write a simple email that hits on the 3 points we talked about. Set up your infrastructure in a way that it doesn't land in spam and you can send high volume. And then follow up in your main emails, your cold email sequence, and then especially follow up for people that respond interested. This isn't theory. This is what we've used to generate results for us and our customers. And if you want someone like me to come in and help set up a system like this, manage it, run it, help you book meetings, you can check one of the links in the description below, anivomarketing.com. You can apply to work with us. Otherwise, if you're doing less than $1 million a year or you're not interested, check out all the other free stuff on this channel. There's plenty of stuff for you to watch that's completely free, and really appreciate you. Subscribe, check out the other videos. Really appreciate you watching this video.